Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex Euro USD setups for this morning. I want to get two levels in here because this is kind of what we need to pay attention to. So it's a fairly strong zone of support. We spoke about it yesterday as well, but it's not perfect science. Is above and below this zone, but this just gives you the idea of the pivot point. There's the neckline of this big cup and handle or inverse head and shoulders that we've spoken about for quite some time. We're in amongst the moving averages. We're not below the 150 EMA, and then the oscillators are easing off to the bottom again. We have a fairly interesting break of diagonal support here. You can see we've rejected it. We rejected it yesterday quite properly, and if I just go to the left, there was a short opportunity up here at 109.017, and I'll show you that on the lower time frames. But this could be an indication that we're not expecting interest rate cuts until next year, which would mean I think the dollar would strengthen a bit, so we'd probably fall. Or it could just be a trap that's been set for everybody, as the smart money knows what the Feds are going to say tomorrow. So we're obviously waiting for the Feds. I would treat this with a little bit of caution. So on the 3 hour, fairly clear that we've had a rejection. You can see that's a very strong level, that at 109, and we had a very strong rejection, and it's actually clear on the lower time frames as well. We've dropped in, we've come into this zone. So we need to see some kind of pullback before we start looking for opportunities. I'm just going to do that. So there is a level here at 108.813. Now, when you look at it, when you zoom out like this, look at the hour oscillators looking really tired. You wouldn't want to be jumping in long here. That's more, or short, to be honest. Just when you're ranging like this, you don't want to be long, because the possibility, or the higher probability, is a breakdown and continuation. So that's kind of where we are. But what you could find is that we're just going to go sideways in between 108.774 and 108.653. Just continue going sideways through the day and tomorrow until the Feds come out with their song and dance. So let me rather show you the opportunity that was yesterday. So that was the level 109.019. Remember, 109 is a big level. I get it exactly onto there, and then you see there's another massive tail there. See that there? And I think if you just come a little bit more to the left, you'll see a lot more structure. See all these tails here. So that just gives you an indication of where the actual level is. And on the 50-minute, we still popped above it, which is a little bit concerning. Make sure we haven't missed something here. There's more structure there. I suppose that level, you can see all these tails to the upside as well. So difficult one to call, isn't it? Kind of would have had me sitting on the sides, but on the hour it was definitely a fairly decent rejection of that space, of that area. 5 minutes above it, 50 minutes above it, but there definitely was an entry here. There was no break and retest though, so this would have been something that you would have wanted to jump in and just see there below the 150 EMA. Lots of structure to the left. Definitely would have been an area to take a gamble. And the nice thing about it is you could have had 100 point stop loss and still made 300 points. So definitely a setup there. I suppose it would have been just difficult to take. I mean, for me it would have been difficult to justify jumping in when I'm above the levels like that. Anyway, what we're looking for today, as I say, is either a rejection here and that's too far from the moving averages, to be honest. So I don't even think I want to be looking at that. So I think this is going to be also a wait and see. I'm not really keen to get burnt, and this just has fire written all over it. So level to watch the downside is 108.653. If we do drop below that, I'd want to see us come back and test it. Then there's a half clear short there. I don't think I want to be short off the top here, primarily because if you look at the not so much the 3 hour but the 8 hour, we're still in an upward trend, and we've kind of moved above the 150. We haven't come back to test it, so this in my eyes could be a retest of the 150. So from the 8 hour perspective, this could be a pullback ready to buy. So that's what I'd be really concerned about. And if you just zoom out again to the hour, you can see the opposite is here. We've had a break of a trend line and we've come back to test this. If we'd had a diagonal there, that wouldn't have helped us either. So I'm just trying to see if there was a clear signal for the top, for the entry here. But I suppose it's in the zone, it's a rejection in the zone. Pull back into there's what you're looking for, and if you just keep the emotion out of it, it should have been a clear entry with a 100-point risk. If your stop got taken, your stop got taken, but you're below the 150 EMA, everything. So that's actually a fairly decent entry, just not clear according to the rules that I have set. Anyway, I'm rambling now, so it probably means we will be sitting on the sides, not bothering with this. We'll wait for the Feds, and then we'll take it from there. So yeah, be cautious, guys. If you are going to try jump in, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you insist on doing it, at least keep your position size small and adhere to your stop losses. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.